Hi, I'm Chris Michael with this week's 4 for 4 Sports Notes. And it's high school football playoff time, so things are getting serious as we're going to get hot and heavy with some playoff insights and predictions on today's feature. I mean it, we are really putting our heads into this one. No, not that way. Point 1. You have to tip your hat and congratulate the Emmaus Football team. No one took them seriously this year. They were predicted anywhere from 5th to 8th in the preseason polls, and a majority of people didn't even think they would beat Parkland last weekend. But they proved everyone wrong. The Hornets enter the playoffs as the EPC South Divisional champs and the District 11 6A number 1 seed. Last week I said I expected Emmaus to be major players in the postseason, and I'll stick with that even without their starting quarterback. They have a tremendous running game, and their offensive line has always been solid and incredibly fundamentally sound. Their defense has also had very few bumps in the road during the regular season, and I expect the Hornets to easily beat Liberty by at least 2 touchdowns in round 1 of their district playoff game this weekend. We'll have more 6A high school football talk coming up in a moment. Point 2. The Saucon Valley Panthers. The Colonial League champs had to take their 8-1 record into their final regular season game against Palisades and get a win just to secure a District 11 playoff spot. Now that the Panthers are in, I really like Saucon Valley in their first-round matchup against Pottsville. Most of these Saucon Valley kids have big game experience with all the playoff action they saw last year, and they've shown their mettle with some big-time performances against tough opponents this season like Palisades, Penargil, and Notre Dame. So look for Saucon Valley to score a minor upset by beating the second-ranked Pottsville Crimson Tide this weekend. Point 3. Notre Dame bounced back nicely after a couple tough losses and looked to enter the playoffs in solid shape. Phil Stambaugh is more than used to a playoff atmosphere and will design a great game plan for his Crusaders. And with so many athletes on this year's team, I'm predicting a big win over last year's District 11 3A runner-ups, the Lehigh Indians. In fact, I think both Penargil and Notre Dame win the first 2 rounds of their respective district playoff games, and I'm already looking forward to a much-anticipated rematch of the Crusaders versus the Green Knights in the District 11 3A championship in a couple weeks. One of the things we love to do here at the SportsTalk Shop is singling out underrated performers, and we're going to do that by pointing out Freedom's Cyrus Thompson. Thompson was a very underrated defensive back all season long, frequently matched up on opposing teams' number 1 wide receivers. He was also a very talented running back that didn't get very many offensive opportunities this year. Thompson stepped into the spotlight for the big Freedom Liberty game last weekend and scored 3 touchdowns. He was also a great blocking back all season long. Better still, on a team that has several underrated players, Thompson didn't complain once about his role on the team and just went out and did a solid job at whatever he was asked to do. Team-first performances like this make champions, and that's why I'm going to pick Freedom to advance in the first-round playoffs with a win over Stroudsburg on Friday night. Another great story? Carlo Perugini from the Liberty football team had 3 torn ACL injuries in his sophomore, junior, and senior seasons, and battled back from all of them to play in his first ever varsity football game the previous week. He also got to play in his first and last Freedom Liberty rivalry game and also deserves a thumbs up for his unsung efforts. Don't forget, we'll have more high school football insights and predictions on this week's RCN SportsTalk show presented by The Morning Call, when I'll be joined by Morning Call sports writers Steve Miller and the one and only Keith Groller. Hey, wait a minute, that's not him. Check out the show this Thursday live at 7 p.m. and online. Until next time, I'm Chris Michael.